Hi everyone and welcome to SA Mining Desk, your partner in navigating the South African mining sector. In our previous videos, we looked into the processes for getting a mining right, mining permit, and prospecting right. Today, we're discussing the last main application under the Mineral and Petroleum Resources Development Act. Mineral exploration using the non-invasive method, the Reconnaissance Permission, RP. Let's jump into it. The law that governs the application and issuing of an RP is the Mineral and Petroleum Resources Development Act, MPRDA. So, what exactly is a reconnaissance permission? It authorizes the use of non-invasive exploration methods, such as a geological survey or remote sensing, to name a few. I know those sound like big terms, so let's break them down. Remote sensing. This is a broad method of gathering information without physical contact. It uses satellites or aircraft sensors to detect energy from the Earth's surface. It produces maps and images used for many purposes, including geology. Photogeological surveys, which use overlapping aerial photographs to create a 3D image of the land and study its geology, is one common type of remote sensing. Geological survey. This is a more hands-on investigation where geologists walk the land, study the rocks, faults, and landforms, and collect samples to understand the area's geology. Here are the most important things to know about the reconnaissance permission. This permit is issued for a maximum of 1 year and cannot be renewed or transferred to another party. It offers less security for the holder, which makes it a less popular application. While an RP application may be rejected if there is already a valid prospecting right, mining right, or permit on the same land and mineral, there is no prohibition on the acceptance of a new prospecting right or mining right or permit application in an area where an RP is valid. You do not need to apply for an environmental authorization. This is the key difference from other applications. You do not need to affect empowerment of historically disadvantaged persons, i.e., B-BBEE. You are not required to consult with any interested and affected parties during the application process. You are not required to contribute towards the socio-economic conditions of the mine community.
Let us now go through the 6-phase application process, beginning with Phase 1, Research and Preparation. The first phase is similar to the process followed in the mining right application process. It's advisable to research and identify the possible location of your mineral of interest and analyze the land. You need to prepare the following documents to submit with your application: a Regulation 2.2 plan or map showing the areas where you plan to conduct reconnaissance operations, proof that you have access to technical ability and financial resources to do the proposed activities, a Reconnaissance Work Program, or RWP, which is a document detailing the activities and methods you will use, your company documents or ID document, depending on if you are applying as a legal entity or a natural person. You must also pay a non-refundable application fee of 100 Rand. Once your research and preparation are complete, you move to Phase 2, lodging the application. This phase is similar to the process followed in the mining right application process. Once the application is lodged, it moves to Phase 3, Preliminary Assessment. In this phase, the department decides whether to accept or reject your application. While there is no prescribed time frame, a reasonable expectation is about 14 days, which is often the case with other initial application assessments. If your application is rejected, you will receive a rejection letter stating the reason. If you disagree with the decision, you may appeal to the Director General. Appeals cost 500 Rand and must follow prescribed formats. If your application is accepted, the acceptance of your application does not mean you can start your activities. It simply means your application is being processed further. You will receive an acceptance letter from the regional office, which may include further instructions. Note that the department does not issue public notices for comments, as it does with mining or prospecting rights. This means no public comments are invited on your application. Once accepted, the application moves to Phase 4, Mid-Assessment. This is when different units within the department evaluate your application. The core of the evaluation focuses on your access to financial and technical ability and the details in your reconnaissance work program. You will receive communication from the department. It is crucial to respond promptly to every direction given to you, as failure to do so may negatively impact your application. Once the DMRE completes this assessment, the application moves to Phase 5, Final Assessment. This is when the department decides to either issue or refuse your Reconnaissance Permission application. If refused, you will receive a refusal letter stating the reasons. Just like a rejection, if you disagree, you may lodge an appeal to the Director General of the DMPR. If issued, if your application meets the criteria, the Reconnaissance Permission will be issued. You will receive a letter informing you of this decision and may be required to collect the original permission from the relevant regional office. Congratulations! You are now a holder of a Reconnaissance Permission. Phase 6. Rights, Obligations, and Restrictions. Being an RP holder comes with specific rights and obligations. You are required to notify the landowner or lawful occupier in writing 14 days before the date you intend to enter the land. This notice then entitles you to enter the land concerned. This is different from other applications, which often require 21 days notice. You must conduct the reconnaissance operations strictly in accordance with the issued RP and in alignment with your reconnaissance work program. The permission does not give you the exclusive right to apply for or be granted a mining right, prospecting right, or mining permit. The permission does not entitle you to conduct prospecting or mining activities. Finally, the permission is not transferable. That brings us to the end of our video. Thank you for joining us. See you in our next video.